message someone. Oh, I think we're live on YouTube. I'm not sure though. Oh, I think we are. Test, test. Looks like I'm pretty laggy. Let me try to find the link. What if you just search Justin Hicklin on YouTube, Jeff? Try that. Try that bad boy outside. Out for size. Can you see it on there? No, just search Justin Hicklin on YouTube. I think we're live. What?
Yep, you're there.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Good to go? Wait, that's an old one. Oh, so this is going to be really delayed, so you should wait a little bit to send out the link. Okay. Alrighty, guys. That's old. You're watching an old one, Jeff. We're live. I just got to figure out how to get you guys the link. Stream health. Let me go live again. So you want to go to my YouTube account? Yeah. Here, I've got the link. I've got the link. All right, it's gonna be a little delayed, so try to Yeah. Here, I've got the link. Echo. You guys are gonna hear that echo. I just sent it to you folks, so yep. Go ahead and check it for us, but I think I'm not sure the difference there, how it's gonna look, but I think we're good to go. All right. Fingers are crossed. We switched platforms again. We're back to our OG roots on YouTube. Oh, it'll catch up. There'll be a little bit behind. Are you able to see it though? We have it confirmed. Are we confirmed? Yes. So the link worked? And you're sure it's the right link? Don't send the old link because that one's just me spouting gibberish. Okay. Well, hopefully we've got some fans that are gonna make the journey back over to YouTube with us. We fortunately Twitch is not working out for some reason. Now, let me real quick. I'm gonna grab my phone and switch over. I'm gonna make sure that all of our fans have this link since it's a different link here. Make sure Emma and Cooper get it as well since Gina is sending multiple links in the group message. I'm not sure which one's correct. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure to get this to Emma and Cooper. Sorry, folks at home, if you are watching, and I'm not sure what happened, but somehow my computer, it's not connecting to my Twitch account, so we're having some trouble, but I think we should be back online. Can we get some confirm? Looks like Trent is back. Yes, sounds good. I am sorry, everybody, for the delay. Ooh. Make sure I've got our audio set up correctly here. Sorry for the change of plans, but I think we actually should be good to go. We won't have our commands in chat, unfortunately, but I might be able to set that up on the fly, actually. Gina says it's all right because Gina doesn't use the commands in the chat. All right, I think as people trickle in here, I'm gonna let everybody get a second to switch over here. And I did. Okay, I think we actually should be good to go. I think our bot is back. Let's try. Somebody try our bot in chat. Give us an yeah, I think it should be. I just connected it just now. Okay, we are back and ready to go with the races. I apologize. I'm not sure if we should try the introductions. I don't want to get copyright striked on YouTube, which you can for playing music. So I apologize to Maya and Stetson, who are the last two. I would do it without music, but I don't think my announcer voice is that good. Let's just go ahead and get into the races. I'm sorry, Maya and Stetson. Hopefully you were able to see it. We did it. My voice is tired. But I am hype. I'm glad we're back live. Josie, it's our third day in a row with technical difficulties. Would you be surprised to see more technical difficulties arise before we're done today?
No.
I think we're good to go on YouTube. We switched platforms. Can we get a confirmation that Nightbot's working in the chat? I think we are, which means everything is good to go. We've got our camera set up. Let's jump back over to our bracket. Thank you, folks, for bearing with us here. It is kind of we're running on a laptop, so not the most reliable version of technology, but running with the laptop on Wi-Fi, so there are some difficulties here and there, but it looks like we're ready to go. So we're going to start in top of pool number 3. So top of pool number 3, and let's go ahead. First up, we've got Cooper, so I want to make sure if Kay and Grandpa are watching that you're able to get them that link. I'm not sure if anybody has their phone numbers, but if you could make sure to send them. Do we have Grandpa and Kay included? I haven't seen them type in the chat yet. I want to make sure they're here. TikTok. Let's actually switch. Okay. Well, let's actually do. I'm trying to think of who we could start with that we know is here. I see Julie's here, but if Emma's not here, I don't really want to get started. Let's look at my phone real quick to see. Kay says we're all in. Okay, perfect. Sorry for the switch up. Once again, if you just switched back over, I'm not sure what went wrong, but for some reason our streaming platform was not connecting with our video platform, so it was telling me I was live and I wasn't. But let's jump right into some races. I know that's what you all are here for. So first up, since Cooper and Emma are confirmed in the chat, we're going to go ahead and start with Cooper versus Gina. So Gina is here in the background. I'm going to try to keep her quiet, but unfortunately she does get pretty loud with her cheers. Josie, let's go ahead and switch back on over to our camera first. We're going to need to see those marbles as well before you get them ready to go. A little bit of a delay here, but go ahead, Josie. So this marble is the first marble. This is going to be Cooper's marble here for you. So it's a red, blue, and yellow kind of clear marble. And then Josie has Gina's marble. That one is a solid gold color. Josie, looking at these two marbles, which one are you rooting for?
I really don't know. Both of them.
All right, Josie says she's rooting for both of them. I think Gina's a little disappointed to hear that. I will say I want to see a youngling win this tournament. So I am actually rooting for Cooper here. I just hate to break it to you as I get a glare from Gina back there. But I want to see Cooper win. It would be a little bit of an upset. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it. I'm trying to switch it on over to our marble camera here. All right, Josie. Which marble is on which track for the viewers at home?
On this side, we have Team Cooper, and on this side, we have Team Gina.
Alrighty, and reminder that Team Gina is also known as Golden Girl, whereas Team Cooper is known as Bluebird. So we have Team Cooper on the left-hand side here with Bluebird, and Team Gina on the far-hand side, Josie. And if you weren't able to tune in yesterday, it's best of 3 races. Josie, get us going for race 1. Give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, looks like the marbles are off, and Team Gina off the track at the beginning. And a big disaster. That's her first major strike. It seems like since yesterday we gave them all each 5 strikes, so we're going to go ahead and carry that on over to today. Originally it was 3, but we're going to go ahead and give everybody 5 total strikes. All right, Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off, pretty much neck and neck. Looks like it could be anyone's race. Gina with a little bit of a lead, and Team Cooper are going to need to catch up a little bit around the loop-de-loop. It looks like Gina's going to hold that lead, but they both enter the funnel at right about the same time. It's going to depend on who gets the inside turn here. It looks like Gina has the inside. Cooper's going to need to make a move. He might have done it. I'm not sure. It looks like it's neck and neck. It could be anyone and Cooper with the inside turn. I apologize for my voice crack there in the final portion. It was those introductions that just got me so hyped, but man, despite my voice cracking, it seems like Cooper's marble was able to stay solid, and it didn't crack under the pressure. So that looks like it's 1-0 for Team Cooper. Josie, Gina needs to come back here. Go ahead and let us know which marbles are on which side, and then give us a countdown.
So on this side we have Team Gina, and on this side we have Team Cooper.
All right, so Team Cooper on the far side, Team Gina on the close side. Gina needs a win here to stay alive. All right, Josie, countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. So far, it's pretty much dead even as they enter the first portion of the race, and both are on the loop-de-loop at the same exact time. Now, this is going to come down to the funnel of fire, and it looks like Team Gina is going to actually enter first. Team Cooper slowed down on the back stretch, and now Cooper's going to have the inside lane, gives Team Gina a little bump, and that is going to do it, folks. It looks like Team Cooper is going to take this one all the way. Team Cooper, what a win, 2-0, and Gina looking very disappointed in the background. I apologize, Gina. I am right there with you. I was taken out on the first round by a youngling by the name of Tatum. These youngsters, man, they know what they're doing when it comes to marbles. And, man, what a good victory there from Team Cooper. I am impressed there. To be honest, Gina, I would feel I would feel bad for you if it was a closer race. Let me go ahead and fix our sign here. It took a little tumble. But, man, I see Janae messaged, man, Mom, your marble was slow. And that was true, Josie. The first one was closer, way closer than the second, as you could hear in my call-outs. I basically called that one before Cooper's marble was in the tunnel because I knew that one was going to win. Are you surprised to see Team Cooper with such a dominant performance?
Well, Team Cooper has an older marble, and a lot of the older marbles are doing a lot better, so I'm not that surprised.
That is true. We do have some talented old marbles. I will say, though, yesterday Team Alec looked very impressive, and that was a newer marble, so it can really be anyone's game, as well as Kay was able to win. So it's kind of hit or miss. Depends on really the marbles' performance and who they're up against. A good show there, and I'm happy for you, Cooper. Now let's jump back on over to the bracket. We're going to keep on moving down the line. Team Gina takes an L. Unfortunately, since she's part of the broadcast team, I think it's the broadcast jinx because so far all 3 of us have taken the loss here. With Jeff still to go. Jaylee, kind of a partial member of the broadcast crew, so she was able to win, but Josie says not at all. But Jaylee does her part in making sure we're up and running. So here is our bracket. We've got Team Cooper with the win against Team Gina. Now, looks like up next we have Team, you can't quite see it because of that logo there, I apologize. But looks like up next we have Team Lance and Team Dawn. Now, I was told this morning some insider information that a side bet has actually taken place for this race, and there's a steak dinner on the line here. And Grandpa Don has actually told me that if Lance's team loses, he has to change his marble, which is known as champ, to chump. And if Grandpa's team loses, he does have to change his team name from winner to dinner because he's going to be buying dinner for Lance if he loses. So, Josie, go ahead and show them which marble is which. You're kind of off center there for the camera. Go right next to this green dot right there. Perfect. So which marble is that there for Josie?
This one is Team Lance and Champ.
Yep, so that is Team Lance. It's kind of got that interesting reflective shiny red. And who is up next for it?
This is Dawn's, and it's Winner.
Yep, so that is Team Dawn. It's kind of clear with a wisp of blue and white there for everybody to see. And let's go ahead and switch on over to the racetrack. Now, I know this is a big race here because if Team Grandpa Don is able to win, he would take on Cooper. So I know that would be a rivalry matchup. I think this one could really go either way, folks. For those of you watching at home, these are two solid marbles. Josie, are these both new marbles or both old marbles?
One's new and one's old.
That is true. So we've got Team Lance, a first-time competitor here. We'll see how they perform on the big stage. We've got Champ, otherwise known as. And then we've got on this far side here, that's going to be Team Dawn, also known as Winner. So, Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Looks like it could be anyone's race at the beginning here, but Team Dawn actually going to be entering the loop-de-loop first and come out of there with a little bit of a loss of momentum, and Team Champ able to make a comeback there on the final stretch, and it's going to depend on who gets the inside lane, and Team Champ with a huge bump. You see Grandpa Dawn's marble going wild all over the place, and that was some bully ball if I have ever seen it. That was one of the craziest funnels, one of the hardest hits I've seen. That marble there, Champ, it's quite the hard hitter, Josie. All right, so we've switched them tracks, Josie. Before you give us a countdown, go ahead and point out which marble's on which.
Team Dawn's on this side and Team Lance is on that side. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and they're off. Team Dawn going to need a bit of a comeback here, and Champ actually was bouncing at the beginning. We'll see if that actually plays toward his advantage. He kind of took a little bit of a jump on the first stretch, and Dawn is going to enter the funnel first. Now, he's going to have to make a big move on the inside here because Champ is known for going and playing that physical play. It looks like Team Dawn is going to have the inside lane here. He's going to have to hold on, though. Champ's making a move, but it's not going to be enough, and Team Dawn takes a victory. And that evens up the series, folks. Exclamation point pun in the chat if it works. Doesn't work. Okay, unfortunate, but this one's for all the marbles there, Josie. We'll see how it goes, all right? Give us a countdown. Which marble's on which side, too, real quick, and then let them roll.
Team Lance and Team Dawn.
All right, Josie, let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Champ again with a bit of a jump as Winner kind of takes a bit of it's a little bit ahead, but has a little bit of a smoother ride, and Champ makes a comeback in that final stretch, and they're neck and neck, folks. They're kind of playing physical. It could be anyone's game right now as they swirl around that final finish, and it looks like Champ has the inside lane, but Team Dawn trying to make a comeback, and they're not going to be able to. Though it looks like Champ is actually going to edge out Winner here, and winner, chicken dinner. Shout out to Bowen for that inspiration there. I did see that message. Winner, chicken dinner, and Champ is gonna take the victory. Winner, steak dinner. Yes, that is a better term because that side bet's going to come through, and unfortunately, Grandpa Don is going to be on the losing end. But I will say, when you're looking at the results across the board, Josie K was able to come through and make the playoffs. Yep, let's go ahead and switch our camera back for you. Apologize, folks. But K was able to make the playoffs, so Grandpa's got to feel pretty proud of K there. And Lance kind of coming through as Elizabeth was knocked out early. Were you surprised to see Champ win? I know he's a newer marble, and you did believe that those newer marbles were not as good as the older marbles. Were you surprised to see that victory?
Yeah, I was surprised because I thought the other one would win.
All right, Josie thought the other one would win. Some very high-level commentary there. Now switching on over, so that means... So Cooper moves on and Lance moves on. So those two will face off in the next round. But as we move down the pool, we've got Cooper's sibling here. Emma is going to be up next here, and this is going to be an exciting race. We've got Emma representing the state of Iowa and Lance representing the state of, Julie representing the state of Florida. I apologize here. So let's switch on over to our bracket real quick here, Josie. So you can kind of see around our logo there, we'll have Lance and Cooper moving on. And then up next, we're going to have Julie versus Emma. And after that, Keith versus Jeff. And that's going to kind of wrap up the first portion of our madness, or our family side of the pool. Now over there, below you can see the next three races that are going to come after. And then we're going to work our way probably back from the top down so we can finish up the family pool. So once we finish the first round of the rivalry pool, we'll come back up, finish the family pool, and then finish the rivalry pool. All right, Josie. She's ready to go for this next race. She's got the marbles in her hand. It's Julie versus Emma. switch our overlay here real quick. Josie, show us which marble is which.
This marble is clear and it's Team Julie. And then this marble that's kind of like a pearl is Team Emma.
Yeah, so Team Julie is going to be that white clearer marble. It's a little difficult to tell these two apart, but the clearer marble is Team Julie. That's why it's known as Cinderella, like a glass slipper there. And then Emma's got that calming pearl color, and that one is known as White Lightning. One of my favorite names there, White Lightning. It sounds like a force to be reckoned with, so we will see, Josie. Let's go ahead and switch on over to our other camera. Josie, keep me honest here. Doing a good job of reminding me of things. All right, Josie, which marble is on which track?
On this track, we have Team Julie, Cinderella, and on this track, we have Team Emma.
White Lightning.
White Lightning.
Yep, so White Lightning on the right side, Team Cinderella, Team Julie on this side. Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, and they're off pretty much anyone's race at the beginning. Now, Team Emma's actually going to take a little bit of a lead here over Team Julie. They're going to have about a second, but they do slow down on the back stretch for whatever reason. That seems to be giving a lot of marbles trouble. Now, into the ring, it looks like Team Julie is going to have the inside lane. Team Emma's going to have to make a move. It doesn't look like a very physical matchup, both keeping their distance, and Team Emma tries, but it's just going to be barely too late. And Team Julie is going to take the victory. Cinderella there. A good race, though. It was pretty much anyone's down the first portion of the track. All right, Josie, give us a countdown once again and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles have switched tracks. We've got Team Emma here on the close side. Down the first portion of the stretch, Team Emma's going to be a little bit behind Team Julie, but pretty much still could be anyone's race. Team Emma makes a bit of a comeback down the back stretch and is going to enter the funnel first. Both are on opposite sides of the funnel. It doesn't look like it's going to be a very physical battle again. Emma's got the inside lane, but she's going to need to hold on to it. Team Julie makes a move and physical play there, and Team Julie is able to capitalize. Emma was the one that made the contact, but somehow she gets edged out by Team Julie at the very end. And folks, that was one of the closest races we've had so far today. Unfortunately, Team Emma unable to come through. I'm disappointed, Josie. I wanted to see the younger crowd do well. But Team Julie picks up a big victory for the Florida crew that's watching from out there. So a big victory there. Team Emma will be disappointed, but Cooper was able to take the victory, so he's still able to move on. What a good race. I really liked Emma's marble. I thought it was very, very pretty, but it's kind of sometimes, Joe, do you think it's the color that makes a certain marble better, or what do you think is the difference between one marble versus another and their speed on the track?
There's really not much of a difference, but I feel like some of the marbles that have just the little thing in the middle sometimes they go a bit faster than the other.
I will say, Josie, I did have one of those marbles, and it didn't work out for me. So I think it is pretty random on how well they do. As you can hear Josie in the background saying that was my fault because I picked a faulty marble. I think it's really anyone's game. I think it just depends on kind of the timing and how they do it on that first portion of the track. So next up, we have a good matchup. I'm just adjusting our track here to make sure everything is straight, making sure that we are good to go. We were worried about the technical difficulties, so we didn't have a ton of time to check the track, so I'm making sure it's good. And I think I didn't make other adjustments other than a few balance issues there. But Josie, do you know who's next up, and can you let us know? This is wrapping up the family pool now, so this is kind of the final portion we have. Which marble is which, if you want to go ahead and show the camera up there for us.
So this marble is Team Keith's marble. It's hot and cold or something.
Yep. So that one is icy hot. Yep. And that is actually the marble that began as a golf ball, and then we sanded it down. No, I'm kidding. We sanded it down to be a marble. No, it was not. But representing Uncle Keith, the big Hicklin golfer there. All right, Josie, which is our other marble there?
This is Team Jeff, and I don't remember. Oh, it's my name is Jeff, and it's just like...
That is true. This one is known as My Name Jeff. For those of you watching at home, we'll see this is a big matchup here. Jeff was actually the last pick in the draft, so if he could pull off this upset, I mean, it would be something short of a Cinderella and underdog story. So Josie, which marble is on which track here for us?
On this track, we have My Name Jeff, and on this track, we have Icy Hot.
Icy Hot on the right-hand side there. All right, Josie, give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, looks like the marbles are off. My Name Jeff a little bit behind at the beginning, but makes a little bit of a comeback as they enter the loop-de-loop. We'll see who's able to come out first, but it looks like Icy Hot is actually going to be the first one out, and they enter the funnel at the same exact time, folks. So it's going to be separated by more than a millisecond. It's going to come down, and it looks like Team Jeff goes straight to the hole, but Team Keith trying to make an inside move, gives him a shoulder. Jeff's going to have to make something happen. I don't know if he's going to do it, Josie. He's not. Team Keith takes the first round, and My Name Jeff, it was close. I really, for a second there, it looked like he had the inside lane, and Icy Hot able to make a bit of a comeback. All right, Josie, you switched them tracks, so now we've got Team Icy Hot, Team Uncle Keith here on this side, and Team My Name Jeff, or Jeff Hicklin, that's Jeff with 2 Fs on the right-hand side. Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, looks like the marbles are off. Pretty much anyone's game at this point. No marble out there really, but Jeff actually does make a little bit of a lead on that final stretch there, and he's actually got a giant lead, about a whole second lead. Now he enters the funnel, and a huge collision right away. I'm not sure if that's going to help or hurt Jeff. If they basically collided, he's making some outside moves. I can't tell who's going to get the inside here, and Keith gives him the shoulder, and Team Jeff, the Cinderella story goes down. Oh, unfortunate to see, but you can't blame that one on much other than he did have the last pick, so kind of had a rough drawing there. But what a race. I really thought Jeff was at least going to take one of those when we were looking at it live, but unfortunately, he's unable to come through. And that's another one of us Kansas City Hicklins that goes down. I think the only one remaining as of this point is Janae. So a little update on the bracket here before I sit down and take my seat beside Josie here. I want to go ahead and pop on this screen here, and this one's going to show you the tournament so far. So we've got Cooper on that top spot there that defeated Gina. Then we've got Lance after that. Then next round we will see Team Julie face off versus Team Keith. So that's kind of how the next round's looking. But as you move into the next race, we're going to move down to this rivalry pool where you will see some big matchups here with Trent versus Steve and Chelsea versus Zach as the first 4. Then we'll move on down to Joe versus Logan, Mandy versus Anna, Leighton versus Ashton, and Maya versus Stetson. So got a lot of big races here coming up. And Joe, for this first one, we've got Steve here. He does coach basketball. I know he's got some strategy. He named his the funnel bouncer because in his mind he said that he was the one in charge of coming up with, or of protecting that funnel and deciding who gets through. Josie, do you think Steve's marble, that one right there, is going to be able to play that bully ball and defend his position in the funnel, or do you think that Team Trent's going to get the best of him?
It looks like that Team Trent's a bit bigger than Steve's, so maybe not.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe Team Trent was bulking up during preseason a little more so than Steve. I will say, Steve having that coaching experience, maybe just because his marble isn't bigger, maybe it's better coached, but who knows? Trent, born and raised in Misty Meadows, he might have some tactics there from the mountains of Misty Meadows. So, Josie, go ahead and show the camera so if they're watching at home, maybe how they can tell the difference here. Team Steve is going to be very dark. It's our only all-black marble there for you. He also, once again, he named it the funnel bouncer there for you. And then we've got Team Trent here. This one is known as number 8 Mamba. So kind of representing one of the legends there for you. And that one's going to be a lighter blue color. So, Josie, let's go ahead and jump on over to the track here and switch our setup as I switch our overlay real quick. Now, this race has had a lot of smack talk behind it. I've been seeing it in our other chat. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see it in our new chat, but a big race here. I'm not sure who's going to take it, but I know Steve has been waiting for this moment for the last 2 days at least. Josie, which marble is on which track?
On this track, we have Team Steve, and on this track, we have Team Trent.
All right, so Team Trent on the right-hand side there, Team Steve on the closer side. Josie, give us a countdown and let them race.
3, 2, 1, Go.
All right, the marbles are off. Team Trent with a little bit of a slow start, but it looks like they pretty much have caught up, and it's going to be neck and neck. Actually, Team Steve falling behind here on the loop-de-loop, with just about half a second behind. And as they enter the funnel, Team Trent's got a bit of a lead. Now, Team Steve playing that aggressive bully ball as I can hear them colliding from where I'm sitting, folks. And it looks like Team Trent's got the inside curve and gives Steve a big shoulder. And Team Steve is trying to make a move, but can't. Team Trent gonna emerge victorious with that first round. So, Josie, you called it. You did say that Team Trent's marble looked a little bulkier, and it looks like that made the difference there in the funnel. All right, Josie, you've switched them tracks. So go ahead. We've got Team Trent, Team Trent on the close side, and Team Steve over here on the right-hand side. Give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Team Steve desperately going to need to win. It looks like they're actually off to a hot start. They're going to have a little bit, about a 1 track length head start here on Trent at the beginning. Now, Team Trent is looking like they're moving faster through the back stretch, and they are. They basically enter at the same time. Team Trent able to make up that huge deficit there at the beginning. Now, which marble is going to go straight to the hole? It looks like Team Steve might have the inside lane, but it could be anyone's race here still. They're going around, folks. It could be anyone's race, and Steve takes the inside corner. And, folks, this one's going to be for all the marbles. Another solid race there. I wasn't sure who was going to take it, but it looks like Team Steve able to get the inside edge. All right, folks. Now to Game 3. When the pressure's on the line, you know I'd hate to bet against the Mamba here. Josie, which marble's on which track?
Team Steve and Team Trent.
All right, Team Trent, the Mamba on the far side. The funnel bouncer here on the left-hand side. We'll see whose name rings true. All right, Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, looks like they're off. Now, Team Trent with a little bit of a lead here down the first portion of the stretch, but Steve catches up a little bit. We'll see if he's able to capitalize on the loop-de-loop, and he does. It really could be anyone's race. Once again, they both enter the funnel at the same exact time, it seems like. Team Steve has the inside turn here. Team Trent's going to need to make a move, and it looks like they do. They've got a little bit of an inside curve. Team Steve trying to make a move, and they do. What a comeback there. Team Steve, the comeback kid, and Team Trent is going to fall. Wow, Josie, Team Trent had it won. They could taste the taste of victory, but unfortunately, it slips out of their reach. And what a unlucky turn of events for Team Trent. But Team Steve has to be hyped with that performance. I don't know if it was the coaching or if it was the just the sheer determination of that funnel bouncer, the Steve's marble, but Steve is going to be able to emerge victorious and take the victory. That bully ball really was successful there in the end. And wow, what a race there. I think, Josie, that was one of the closest races we've had. Yeah, a Game 3 series where it really came down to maybe a tenth of a second almost. What did you think of that race? Did you think it was a close one, or did you have your money on Steve the whole time?
Yeah, that race was really close, and I thought Steve would win, even though Trent was a bigger one.
Okay, so Josie had her money on Steve. Trent, it was a good effort, but what a good race there from Steve. Josie, who do we have up next?
Chelsea and Zach.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and show us which marble is which here. All right, so we've got this blue marble, also known as the Blue Blaster here. That's going to be Team Chelsea there. Then we've got this other marble known as 1, because he's going to 1 this thing. That's representing Team Zach there for you. So that's going to be how you can tell the difference. Now, this is especially a rivalry matchup. These two live together, so I know there's going to be some tension based on who wins and who moves on from this. But I don't think that Zach or Chelsea is going to go easy on one another. I think this could be a battle down to the end, Josie. Let me go ahead and switch our cameras here as we get ready to wrap up this portion of the bracket. Now, the winner of this race is going to take on Team Steve in the next round. So, Josie, go ahead and give us a countdown. We've got Team Zach over here, Team Chelsea on the close side. Give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Pretty much anyone's game at this point, anyone's race. They pretty much, I think, are at the exact same position on the racetrack, but Team Zach able to get the front edge, and Team Zach, he's been eating too many Twinkies. He's stuck in the funnel. And oh no, folks, I'm having flashbacks of yesterday where it was too difficult to get these racers. We did have some malfunctions at the track yesterday. Let's go ahead and try and widen it up a little bit here as you can watch me do my best. But Let me go ahead and take that marble, Josie. Let's try to make sure it seems like he's able to make it through that time. And this isn't a new marble, folks, so it has made it through the track before. Looks like he's cleared the health team that we have on point has cleared him from that injury. He's able to make it through the track, so we're going to give him another chance. Josie, give us a countdown and let him roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, after that blown lead there, Team Zach is able, he's going to need to bounce back strong here, and down the first portion of the stretch, he's going to have the lead. It looks like they're bouncing back strong. If he can clear this portion of the funnel, and he doesn't! What the heck is going on, Josie? Somebody on that health team needs to be fired because he was cleared. Just made it through that portion of the course. I think I can feel the suspense building. But somehow this portion of the track seems to be having a lot of trouble. This is where a few marbles seemed to get stuck yesterday as well. Some of those thicker marbles seem to have some trouble on this funnel here. He's having trouble on the other side as well, which I was just checking. I'm not quite sure how he can make it through during some portions, but not during others. Josie, why don't you go ahead and race this marble? I think if I push down on this portion of the track, which is a trick that I just learned just now, I think if I can push down a little bit on this track, it's going to allow him to clear it, but also kind of not help him out a whole bunch, just to give him enough speed to get through, or give him enough width, that's the better term for it, to get through the track. So I'm going to go ahead and try my best to do that. Josie, go ahead and give us a countdown and let him race.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Team Zach actually out to another hot start. If they could just clear this portion of the track, everybody would be fine. But it looks like Zach's going to be able to maintain the lead, and they're stuck again. Seems like my finger trick is not working. I'm not sure how he can make it through like this. Maybe it's because he has a little bit more momentum. Let's try switching him tracks. Well, I think this one should work. I'm confused as to why he seems to be having so much trouble only when the pressure is on, folks. He's able to make it through. I just ran it through that portion. Let's give him one more try. If not, we'll try switching tracks. Be careful here, Josie. You're tilting a little bit. We don't want anyone to go flying off the tracks here. Oh, lost a little bit of a piece. All right, I think we should be good to go. All right, I'll do the countdown this time. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, they're off. Hopefully he can make it through this portion of the track. He seems to be having a lot of trouble. Must have eaten too much breakfast today. And as they go through this portion of the track, he's going to have the lead if he can just clear the track. And he does. This time he can clear it. But it's pretty much anyone's race. Looks like Team Zach is going to be first of the hole. He's going to have the inside curve. Team Chelsea's trying to make a move. A little bit of collision there. Team Chelsea trying to get the inside, but doesn't work. And Team Zach, that big bone mentality paying off. Even though he's having trouble getting through this side of the course, he's able to make it through and get the victory for the first race. So let me go ahead and make sure he can work on this side. So far, we've there we go. He's getting through now. So not sure if this marble quickly ran to the bathroom and ran on the treadmill and lost some weight there real quick, because somehow he's able to clear it. I'm not sure. I can't explain it. But Josie, give us a countdown. Let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, they're off. Now, if he's able to make it through, it looks like actually Team Chelsea's going to have the lead here. Now, if Team Zach is able to make it through, they're probably a little fatigued from missing their first few races. And it looks like they both entered the funnel. Now, this is going to be a race to the finish, folks. Team Chelsea really needs a win here. Team Zach gives her a big bump, and Chelsea trying to make a move but can't. He's just too physical, Josie. And it looks like Team Zach's going to move on, although he had his troubles. Team Zach is going to take the victory. Well, Josie has reported there's an ant. Oh, excitement is too much for the ant to contain. It wants a piece of the action. So Team Zach is going to take on Team Steve in the next round here. As we switch back on over to our other camera. All right. Josie's running away from the ant. We've got the ant off the stage, but a big win there for Team Zach. as his name holds true, he did won that thing. So a good win there. Josie, the bigger marble took the victory between Zach and Chelsea. Which one did you think was going to pull it out?
I thought Zach would pull it out, but I didn't know because he kept getting stuck, and so I was about to change my mind.
That's true. He did have some difficulty there. We'll see if he's able to overcome that in the next round. Josie, who do we have up next? Do you have those marbles ready to go for us? Alrighty, so we're moving on down to the final portion of our rivalry pool. We've got Joe versus Logan. Now, Joe and Logan are both out, I believe, both out in western Nebraska right now, so they were representing that portion. And now these two marbles, folks, you might have heard it in my beginning speech here. Joe's marble is the reigning champion, and Logan's marble does look a little similar, and the best way to tell the difference, folks, is just going to be on the amount of color. Team Joe is a little less color. You folks might remember him from the previous tournament as Team Illinois, whereas Team Logan is going to look very similar, also a reused marble. That one's got a little bit more of orange than Team Joe, so it might be a little hard for you to tell the difference on camera. You might just have to trust our explanation there, but this one's going to be Team Joe here, and then this other one is going to be Team Logan. So that is the tie-dye Terminator there, and Joe's is known as the Juice here. And so what a good last race. We'll see if this one is also able to live up to the hype. Another rivalry matchup. As you watched our sign fall there real quickly. So, Josie, we're switching on over to the marble cam. Which marble do we have on which track?
On the close track, we have Team Joe, and on the far track, we have Team Logan.
All right, so Team Logan, the tie-dye Terminator on the right-hand side. And on this side, we've got the Juice. Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off, and it looks like the Juice is loose. He's a little bit ahead of Team Logan here, the tie-dye Terminator. And actually, Team Logan's able to pull ahead on this backstretch, but the Juice is going to enter the funnel first. Now, it's going to come down to physicality, folks. This could be decided by any big move, and somebody's going to have to make a move. It looks like Team Logan is going to have the inside current. Team Joe unable to come through, and the returning champion falls to Team Logan. Wow, I did not see that coming. That is supposed to be the best marble out here, potentially, based on the previous results, and unlucky result there for Team Joe. They're going to need to come back. All right, so Team Joe is going to be on the right-hand side now, the farther side, whereas Team Logan on the close-hand side. Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, it looks like they're off. Pretty much anyone's race at this point. They're both going to be neck and neck here to the first person of the race, and really no clear leader here. They're going to basically stay neck and neck the whole way and enter the funnel at the same time, which means, folks, it won't be very physical. They're going to be on opposite sides of that ring of fire there. It's going to depend on who gets the better turn on the back stretch here, and I think it might be Team Joe. It's going back and forth. It could be anyone, and Team Joe just barely is able to emerge victorious during that race, but man, I'll tell you, that was about half a second there of a difference, not even, and Team Joe able to make it going to race 3 here, so money's on the line here, Josie. Which marble's on which track for this last race, and then go ahead and go straight into our countdown.
On this track, we have Team Joe, and on this track, we have Team Logan.
All right, so Team Logan on the far side, Team Joe on the close side. All right, Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, folks, they're off. Now, pretty much anyone's race here. These marbles are very closely matched, so anyone could emerge victorious. All you need is a good move in the funnel, and looks like actually Team Joe is going to enter in the funnel a little bit behind, but they give Team Logan a big hit, and folks, this is getting physical. They're colliding nonstop, and Team Logan able to move back inside and give Team Joe a nudge, and Team Logan going to take the victory, folks. There was a second there. I thought Team Joe had the inside leg, but wow, Team Logan able to prevail in a great matchup there. But Team Joe, the returning champ, falls in the first round, unable to come out of pool play. And Team Joe actually had the higher pick, so a bit of a surprise. But Team Logan takes Team Joe down, so you can kind of see our bracket here. Before we had Team Trent moving on, Team Steve moving on, and then Team Zach moving on, and now we've got Logan, so we'll see. We've got 3 more matchups for the first round. we've got next up Mandy and Anna. After that, we've got Leighton and Ashton. And then finally, our last first round race of the day, we've got Maya versus Stetson. Then we'll work our way from the top down and go back through the next set of races there for you folks. Josie, what a good race there. I was surprised a little bit to see the champ fall, but then again, we said it once and we'll say it again. It can really be anyone's day here on the marble course, just depending on how they woke up. If they woke up on the right side of the bed there. Who do we have up next, and how can the folks home tell the difference?
Up next, we have Mandy and Anna.
So Mandy and Anna, go ahead and show them up there. So Team Mandy, also known as Marvin, is going to be the first marble that we'll show you. So this marble is kind of a clear white, blue, and yellow marble. That one is known as Marvin there. That Team Anna here kind of resembles the Hawkeye colors. It's white with some yellow and black there for you. So we'll see which marble is going to take the cake. One of these marbles is new. One of them is old. If Josie's logic works out, the old marble should emerge victorious. But once just shown in the previous race with the champ falling, with the juice falling, I should be careful with my terminology there, but the returning champion falling, it really can be anyone's race depending on the day. So let me switch our camera here over to the live action. I apologize about the delay here for a second. So switching on over to the live action, we've got Team Mandy on this side represented by Marvin and Team Ann on the right side. Josie, go ahead and give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I had the Tiger off to a good start, but oh wow, Marvin jumps off the track. So we're gonna have to call it back here. Josie's got a quick false start there. I had the Tiger's just so anxious to get going. He jumped right off the track. So we've got Eye of the Tiger on this here, Team Anna, far side, and then Team Mandy, the close side. Marvin, Josie, go ahead and give us a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and this time the other marble flies off. Oh, same marble. Marvin is just so excited to get going. He cannot contain himself. It looks like he's flying out of this portion right here. Let's make sure we go ahead and straighten it up a little bit. That might fix the problem. There we go. He clears that portion of the track. Go ahead and give it one more countdown, Joe.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, both are off to a good, clean start here this time. We'll see. It looks like it's pretty much anyone's race, but actually the Eye of the Tiger, Team Anna is going to have a little bit of a lead as they go around the loop-de-loop. Team Mandy is going to have to catch up, but they both enter the funnel at the same time. It looks like the Eye of the Tiger is a little bit behind. If they want to catch up, they're going to have to make a move, and they're trying their best. But no, it looks like Marvin is going to keep the inside lane and take the victory. Marvin emerges victorious and score 1 point for Mandy. Marvin with a good performance there in the funnel. A good day, and as you can see, Josie switching them tracks. So now we've got Team Mandy on the far side there, and then Team Ann on the close side here. Eye of the Tiger here, Marvin there. Josie, go ahead and give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Pretty much anyone's race at this point. Now, as they enter the turn, it seemed like Marvin was able to get a lead, but no, actually, Eye of the Tiger catches up, and Eye of the Tiger is going to end on the funnel first, and they could see this series even, folks. It's going to depend on who gets the better turn in the funnel, and Team Mandy actually might get the better turn. We'll see. They need to make a move if they're going to take it. You can see it right in front of them. They're basically about to collide, and Eye of the Tiger able to even the series 1-1. Another good race there for Eye of the Tiger, and really that one could have gone either way, but Eye of the Tiger just makes a better move there in that ring of fire. What another good race. So now we're going back to the first position, switching them back on the tracks. We've got Eye of the Tiger, Team Anna here. We've got Team Mandy on the right-hand side, Marvin. Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Still neck and neck. Right now, the championship's here for the taking. We'll see which marble's able to get the edge, and it could be anyone's race, but Eye of the Tiger able to enter the funnel, just have a rotation earlier than Team Marvin. As they collide a little bit, we'll see if that helps Eye of the Tiger. It looks like they have the inside lane, and they give Marvin a big shoulder, and if that's going to be enough, folks, poor Marvin. Josie's disappointed. She was rooting for Mandy there, but Anna able to emerge victorious. Excuse me, folks. I need to grab a drink of water. Just too exciting. My voice is giving out. Too much yelling here. Woo! All right, much better. But a good race. But I was surprised to see Team Anna move on. But that means, folks, that Team Anna and Logan are going to face up in the next round. Now, this portion of the bracket does have an extra race, and that's because we just had simply too many participants to make it exactly equal. So they will have an extra race. But as we move on down the line here, it looks like we're going to have Layton versus Ashton up next. Now, this is an interesting matchup. These two, we were supposed to be going to their wedding. Unfortunately, due to the virus, it got postponed. I'm still excited to attend in July, but another couples matchup here. It could be very interesting. I wonder if Layton is going to take it easy or if they're going to come out guns a-blazing. Josie, I have a feeling I know how you're going to answer this one, but are you rooting for Layton or Ashton in this race?
Ashton, because I've met her before.
That is true. I have met both of them. I will say I think it's going to be a close matchup, but Layton did get the earlier pick, so I think that might give him the edge in this race, but I would be surprised. Both these are, new marbles. Are they?
Yeah.
Yep, both these are new marbles, so really no experience on the big stage. That could pan out for them. Josie, go ahead and show us which marble is which. Alrighty, so we've got this marble here. This is going to be Layton's marble. He wants us to know that is also known as Marble Jordan. It was number 23 marble, so that is where its name comes from. Here we've got this beautiful pink marble, one of my favorite looking marbles there. It's kind of a shiny pink. This one is known as the Pink Panther. It was number 38 here. I think, Josie, just looking at them, I think both are very, very beautiful marbles, but it's going to be hard to beat Layton with the number 2 overall pick. We saw Sarah's marble, the number 1 overall pick, basically run through the competition and have a great day yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the number 2 overall pick do well as well. So real quick, before we let you give us a countdown, Josie, we've got Team Ashton on the right-hand side here, Team Layton on the left-hand side. All right, Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go race.
3, 2, 1. Go.
All right, the marbles are off. Looks like at the beginning it's neck and neck. Actually, Team Ashton out to an early lead as they go through the loop-de-loop. Team Ashton is going to be able to hold on to that lead. Team Ashton going to enter the funnel a whole 2 pieces before Team Layton. Now we're going to see who has a better turn. It looks like Team Layton going straight to the hole. What a move there from Team Layton. Some aggressive gameplay. And wow, that was a crazy race there because Team Layton, that marble has some fierce tenacity. As Josie takes a peek at it, it looks like it does have a crack in it somehow. Team Layton actually has an injury. No, we can't replace it, I guess. Janae, if you could go ahead and get a hold of Layton there for us. I'm not quite sure. That might be disqualified for cheating, because that does give him some extra groove, and we did disqualify one marble already for having a groove. That might be why his time was so high. So, folks, I'm going to go ahead and try and get this on the camera here for you. Now, you guys can be the judge there at home. We do have the exact same looking marble that would just be a different style a little bit there for you. Now, this groove here, let's see if I can get it in focus here. Not quite, but it's right on the edge of that wisp of blue and yellow.
Layton says just run it.
Now, Layton says just run it. Josie is the commissioner and is the rule expert here. Now, that was a pretty come from behind record, Josie. Do we have another marble that looks the same? Well, let's Josie, go ahead and bring one of those over here, and let's try and run these two together. Now, maybe we'll see if it's a fair matchup. We'll just go ahead and run the original marble. Let's go ahead and test it out here for you, folks. So this one is going to be the uncracked marble. This one is going to have a bit of a crack in it. Now, if anyone else, I gotta switch a little bit, switch our cameras back there for everybody. Now, if if folks at home have an opinion, because you could face this marble in the next round, if anyone else in the group chat has an opinion, this one has the ungrooved marble here on the left side. So we're re-racing. This one's got just about half the circumference here. It goes halfway around the marble. It's got a color, or it's got a little bit of a groove, and that might be why it did so well in the time trials. All right, Josie, go ahead and count it down yourself, and let them go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so on this example time trial, we're going to see which marble comes out on top. The one with the groove is actually making noise as it comes down the track. Now that's something we've heard before. As they enter the funnel, though, you're going to see this cracked marble is the one that enters second, and it's going to go straight to the hole just because of that mechanism there. And it takes a turn and goes straight down. I'm not sure, folks. I think that might be an unfair advantage. But it's still a pretty fast marble. Josie, since you are the commissioner, you do make the rules. Ultimately, was there any feedback in the chat at all? Are we deciding? No feedback in the chat. So, Josie, I'm going to turn this one over to you to make the official call, since you are the rules expert and you do call all the shots as commissioner. What are your thoughts, and what's going through your mind? Are you thinking that this is a legal marble, or are you going to disallow it?
I'm going to not allow the marble because it's just not fair. It's really unfair because it just goes straight to the hole. Like, you saw that it was like blast, but then it just went and it got in the hole.
Okay, so Josie's going to switch it out with a marble of the same color. I do apologize, Leighton, that we did not catch this earlier, but I think the other marble is going to be just as fast. Josie, this is the disqualified marble here, so we'll add it to our pile over here of disallowed marbles, since we've got another marble that was already disallowed. So a little disappointing there for Leighton's number 2 overall pick. So are we going to scratch that first race, or are we going to let count that as a win for Leighton? What do you think?
Scratch.
Okay, Josie called it, folks. You can't argue with the commissioner. She's the one that makes the rules. So we've got a reset here. We've got Team Leighton on the right-hand side, Team Ashton on the left-hand side. The score is 0-0. Should be a more fair playing field. And now that the illegal grooves have been disapproved and devalued by the commissioner, we've got a fresh marble that looks the exact same. Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off, and Team Leighton actually out to a really fast start there. As they go around the loop-to-loop, he's going to be able to maintain his lead. Marble Jordan there, going to enter in the final stretch. If he can hold his lead, it looks like he has a pretty sizable lead over Pink Panther. Now, we'll see if this substitution marble is going to be able to go to learn to take some tricks there from the other marble, and it looks like he's going to have the inside lane, but it could be anyone's race. He's going to get the inside edge and get the corner on Team Ashton. Definitely a much more fair race there, Josie, but wow, what a performance there, and a good race once again. All right, Josie, go ahead. We've got them switch tracks. Go ahead and give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off, and once again, it looks like Team Leighton's going to have a little bit of a lead as we enter the first portion of the loop-de-loop. Now, Team Ashton, the Pink Panthers, able to pull back ahead, but actually Team Leighton, Marble Jordan is going to actually enter the funnel first. Now, Team Ashton gives him a big shoulder, and that was with some attitude. We'll see if she's able to maintain the inside lane, and it looks like she is. So, Team Ashton going to be able to even the series, and you folks at home couldn't see it, but Josie was celebrating for joy. I think she's rooting with the Pink Panther. I hate to break it to you, Josie, but I think I'm rooting for Marble Jordan. This would be a comeback story if I ever heard one. I mean, this marble was on the sidelines, and we pulled them up to the big leagues. We said, get out there. It's your time to shine. So this substitution marble is on the big stage. I'm rooting for the underdog, but it could be anyone's race. This one's for all the marbles. Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off here. At this point, it's dead even, folks. And looks like around the loop-de-loop, actually, Marble Jordan can have a bit of a lead, but he slows down on the backstretch, and the Pink Panther is able to get in the funnel first. Now, who's going to make the inside lane? They're colliding back and forth. It looks like Marble Jordan might go down, but no, he takes the inside lane. It looks like he makes a move toward the hit middle, and Team Ashton could take it. No, Marble Jordan, the Cinderella story. Wow, what a comeback there. He was on the sidelines just 2 minutes ago, Josie, and he gets on the big stage, and he makes the most of it. Unbelievable comeback, living up to the hype of that number 2 overall pick. incredible play there for the substitution marble, but unfortunately for Ashton, she goes down, Josie. And she goes down in a rain of fire, though. She did take it to game 3, so it was a good race. Josie, were you surprised to see Team Ashton go down?
Well, the other marble was faster than Ashton's marble in the time trial races, and so I thought that Layton's would win, but I wanted Ashton to win.
Yeah, that was a close race. I could tell you were cheering for Ashton because of the way you celebrated when she won. I have to say she put up a good fight, but unfortunately Team Layton's going to get the victory and move on to the next round. So now we move to the bottom portion of the bracket, and I apologize to Maya and Stetson, who I don't know if they heard their introduction of their 2 marbles. I promise you it was just as hype as the other one. I'll go ahead and give you their background information, Josie, as we show them off. I've got a list of everyone's background information and some fun facts about them. It can't be to the music on YouTube, unfortunately, because of copyright issues with YouTube. So I'll just give it to you. Maya's going to be a light brown. Oh, as Josie throws it out the screen a little bit. Maya's light brown, orange, and dark brown. Although it's kind of ugly, it still could be fast. It's number 28, the Sandy Swan. So that is known as the Sandy Swan there. Nice, very interesting looking marble. Not my favorite color, but it could still be fast like the facts mentioned. Now this is Team Stetson. It's a solid green, and it does wear cologne that smells like a freshly cut lawn. So this is number 9, the Jolly Green Giant. So a pretty fearsome competitor there. That Jolly Green Giant, I actually think that is a pretty cool looking green marble, and I think it's one of our only solid green marbles other than Mike Wazowski, who competed yesterday that represented Team Delaney. But that one, Josie, I don't know if you folks could hear, but Josie booed Mike Wazowski since that's the marble she lost to. But the green did emerge victorious yesterday, so we will see if they're able to do so again. All right, switch on over cameras. Oop, I apologize. I walked right in front of it. So we've got Team Stetson here on the close side, the Jolly Green Giant, and Team Maya, the Sandy Swan there on the far side. All right, Josie, give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, looks like the marbles are off, and Jolly Green Giant actually out to a 1.5 track lead there. And as you go around the loop-de-loop, it looks like it's pretty much anyone's game as the Sandy Swan catches up. But no, in the backstretch, the Jolly Green Giant somehow gets a huge lead, and it looks like that marble's going to go straight to the hole. It gives Team Maya a little bit of a shoulder there, and we'll see Team Maya trying to make a move, but he edges her out, the Jolly Green Giant, using his name in his favor. And wow, what a victory there for the Jolly Green Giant. Now, real quick, folks, let me jump on in. We've got to fix here. Looks like one of our cameras is about to die here, so I've got to plug in a charger real quick for it. I apologize for the delay here a second. Should be good to go. It's hard to tell when a phone is charging. It's live on TV or live on our stream here, but I think we should be good. All right, so we've switched them tracks here. The Jolly Green Giant on the right-hand side, they're leading 1-0, whereas the Sandy Swan over here to the left is actually going to need to come back here. All right, Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and they're off. Sandy Swan a little bit behind once again, able to catch back up a little bit, but into the loop-de-loop. Jolly Green Giant going to have a pretty sizable lead here. Now, as they enter in the final portion of the track, the Jolly Green Giant's going to enter first. Now, Sandy Swan comes in, plays aggressive, hits him in the back right away, and as they go around the loop-de-loop, Sandy Swan's going to have the inside turn, but Jolly Green Giant trying to make a move. We'll see if Sandy Swan's able to represent Team Maya, and they're going around. They could tie, folks, but no, the Jolly Green Giant. Wow, that was a close race. The Jolly Green Giant emerges victorious with a 2-0 commanding victory. And what a move there to get the inside turn there on the final lap of that funnel. It really, I've only seen a tie once before, folks, and that was when we did a trial run. I thought that might have been another tie for a second there, but it wasn't. And an incredible race there from the Jolly Green Giant, but unfortunately, the Sandy Swan goes down. All right, so real quick here, just pull up the bracket. We're actually going to move back up to the top portion of the bracket and finish out the family pool to finish out the finalists and move back on down, and then we will finish up through that rivalry pool there. So our next race is going to be Cooper versus Lance. And real quick, Josie wants to show off one of her personal favorite marbles. This was a marble that, for those of you that had your marbles get stuck on the track, this marble definitely would not go through. This is Big Chungus, otherwise known as in the Hicklin household. Josie, let's grab another marble here for comparison here. So this is my personal marble here. So go ahead and hold those two up side to side. Now this guy is on the protein diet. He's a little bit, I would say about 5 times the size of most of our other marbles. So that guy was not allowed to compete. We thought he might have been on steroids, so the commissioner ruled him out of play there. But Josie, our next matchup here, Cooper and Lance, we're going back to the family part of the bracket. And as we'll see, actually, I'm going to switch it back to the bracket just for one more second so we can talk about the winners. So in that bottom portion of the bracket, you saw Logan emerge victorious, Anna emerge victorious, and Stetson emerge victorious. So that is who we're going to see match up in that portion of the pool. But as we move back up to the top, we've got Team Cooper versus Team Lance. Now, Team Lance already took the best of our Grandpa Dons. Unfortunate to see Grandpa Don go down, but Cooper, I have to say it, Josie, I think I'm rooting for him in this matchup. Who are you rooting for, but who do you expect to win?
I expect Cooper to win, and I'm rooting for, I don't know.
Josie doesn't know who she's rooting for. I'm rooting for the youngling, but I honestly think the opposite. I think Lance's marble had a very commanding performance the first go around. I think Cooper might be in trouble, but you know I like an underdog story here. So go ahead and show them the marbles one more time for those watching at home that are still tuned in here. So we've got Team Cooper first. That one's going to be a clear with a wisp of color there, a wisp of red, yellow, and blue, whereas Team Lance, a shiny red metallic, that fearsome red color. The red marbles went undrafted. The only 2 red marbles that were selected have both moved on so far. So looks like red may be the lucky color. Maybe that matches the funnel. Who knows? Maybe that's the mentality there for the folks. If we do this again and you draft another marble, maybe that red might be the key to success. So we'll see how Lance does in this portion of the bracket. We've got Team Cooper, otherwise known as Bluebird, on the left bracket here. On the right-hand side there, folks, we've got Team Champ, also representing, Team Lance, represented by the marble known as Champ. So we will see if that name rings true, Josie. A big rivalry matchup here to move on to be the first finalist from the family pool 3. Give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Lance looking a little bit shaky. He does that kind of jump at the beginning that he's known for, but around the loop-de-loop, it looks like Lance is going to have a little bit of a lead, not a full track length, but Cooper with a huge backstretch, and it looks like Cooper's going to enter the funnel first. We'll see if he's able to keep the inside lane. It looks like Lance is trying to make a move. Lance taking wide turns there, and Cooper gives him a big shoulder. It looks like Cooper is going to hold on to take the first round victory there, and Cooper with a huge comeback, around the loop-de-loop. Lance had a big lead, but Cooper on the back stretch, just a commanding comeback. And wow, what a race there. Cooper able to hold on and keep that inside turn there on the final stretch. All right, Josie, we've switched them tracks. We've got Team Cooper on the right-hand side, Team Lance, the champ here on the left-hand side, Bluebird on the right. Okay, Josie, give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off once again. Anyone's race at this point. I think they're pretty much neck and neck as we enter the loop-de-loop. This is a difficult portion for some marbles, and Team Cooper going to have a little bit of a lead, and it looks like pretty much dead even. They both enter at almost the same exact time, folks. Now, looks like Team Lance actually makes a better move toward the funnel, but Team Cooper with a little bit of a comeback. We'll see if he's able to hold on. It looks like he's got the inside turn, but Lance trying to make a move. We'll see if it can happen. No, Team Cooper, a commanding 2-0 victory as we move on. Cooper is our first finalist from that bracket. What a win there for Bluebird. And unfortunately, he said it earlier himself, but Lance, the champ, becomes the chump as he takes the L there. At least he does, as Gina, I don't know if you could hear that, folks at home, but Gina says at least he gets a steak dinner out of it because he did beat Grandpa Don in the first round. So Team Cooper is our first finalist. I'm happy to see another young participant doing well. A good win there and a good marble pick there from Cooper. That's one of my favorite marbles. I was sad to see him pick, but a good win there for Team Cooper. All right, Josie. Next up, we have the final family finalist that's going to be moving on for today. Unless Steve wins, then he's in the rivalry portion of the bracket. But Josie, who do we have matching up?
We have Julie and Keith.
We have Julie and Keith, so go ahead and show us these marbles before we put them on the track. So Team Keith, otherwise known as Icy Hot, that one's going to be a red and blue kind of twist of color there. And then Team Julie, known as Cinderella, a very clear kind of glass slipper looking marble, and that's where she got her name from. Now, folks, Team Julie's claim to fame is she missed the ball, but she is going to be first down the funnel. So that is where the Cinderella name comes from. Now we'll switch on over here to the bracket. Team Julie looking for a big win here to move on. They were able to take down Emma in the first round, but Team Keith took down Jeff. We'll see if they're able to continue their run. We've got Team Julie on the right-hand side, Cinderella. We've got Team Keith, Icy Hot here on the left-hand side. Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, looks like the marbles are off. At this point, it looks like Icy Hot's going to have a little bit of a lead. I will say, Josie, both these marbles look definitely slower than the last matchup. It looks like maybe they've got some fatigue, but Icy Hot able to enter the ring first. Now, Team Julie's going to have to make a move to get the inside corner here. Now, looking at the final stretch, it looks like Icy Hot's got a little bit of a lead, but Team Julie taking some wide turns. She's trying to make a move to get around, but no, Icy Hot able to emerge victorious. And I have to be honest, folks, I'm not sure if it's recency bias or what, but that race just felt generally slower than the last round. So I'm not sure if it's the speed of play that slowed down or if it's just these particular marbles because they were a later pick. Who knows? But a solid race there. So as these marbles go, we'll see if Team Julie's able to make a comeback. Right? Team Keith won that one, correct? Yeah. Okay. Just confirming. I got so busy talking, I got lost in my words. So Team Keith, if they win, they secure their place in the next round of playoffs. That will be taking place tomorrow. But Team Julie needs to come back. Team Julie on the left-hand side, Team Keith on the right-hand side. Josie, give us a countdown and let them roll.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and they're off. Looks like Team Keith is a little bit behind. Oh, actually, they're pretty much neck and neck. As they go around the loop-de-loop, Team Keith going to have a little bit of a lead. Icy Hot's going to... Wow, actually, they entered the funnel at the same exact time. It's going to come down to the Ring of Fire. Who's able to get the inside turn? As they go around, it looks like maybe Icy Hot's got the inside leg. I can't quite tell. Kind of gives Team Julie a bump. And wow, Team Keith with the upset. They win 2-0. And Team Keith, I say upset because they did have a later pick than Team Julie. So I do believe Josie did pick that marble for Uncle Keith. So I'm sure she's looking back on that thinking I should have picked that one for myself. But Team Icy Hot able to take the victory. And what a race it was, folks. Let's flip on over to our bracket here. As we've got some things set in stone as we move on. We've got to do one more race between Cooper and Keith to decide our seeding for that division. So, Josie, go ahead and grab us Cooper and Keith. Now, the 1 seed that wins this race, whichever marble wins this race, is going to take on Kay. And the 2 seed, whichever marble loses this race, is going to take on Sarah. So, once again, this race is, no matter what, these are both moving on to the final. This race is just for seeding here. So, both these marbles have already made it through. It's just to know which marble is going to be playing Kay and which marble is going to be facing Sarah. So we've got Team Cooper here on the left-hand side and Team Keith there on the right-hand side. All right, Josie, give us a countdown and let's go race.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. This is just for placement. Just a reminder at home, and Team Cooper is going to have a little bit of a lead here. The camera is changed, so we're rolling into the funnel here, and Team Cooper going to have a little bit of a lead, but it looks like Team Keith gives him a big bump. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to come back. He's trying to make a move, but Team Keith playing that physical game, and it looks like he's going to hold on. So Team Keith actually able to get the victory there for the 1 seed in the bracket. A good race there by Team Cooper. At least they still move on in the bracket. So that was just for seeding. Just a reminder, Team Cooper still moving on, but he is going to have to face the number 1 overall pick of Sarah So that's a pretty tough matchup. And Uncle Keith is actually going to be facing Kay, so that's a little bit of a switch up there. So as you'll see, you can kind of see it a little bit, but we've got our finalists. And so since Cooper was the 2 seed, now he's going to face Sarah across there. And since Uncle Keith is the 1 seed, he's going to face Kay. So you can kind of follow along there from home. That is how it's going to work. And we'll move on to our next matchup. Steve versus Zach here. Josie, real quick, who do you expect to win this race?
I think Steve will win because Zach got stuck a lot of the times last time, and Steve went really fast, and Steve's also an all-black marble, so maybe that'll make him go faster.
That could be true, Josie. Sometimes the darker colors do help absorb more sunlight, and maybe that makes them go faster on the track. So go ahead and hold up the marble here. All right, so we've got Team Steve here. That one's going to be the first marble. That one is a darker color there. Definitely stands out compared to Team Zach, which is definitely going to be a lighter color and kind of a clear white color there for you folks watching at home. So real quick, I've got a song, I think, to get these marbles pumped up. I'm going to go ahead and play this song very briefly. Hopefully we don't get copyright striked. All right, that's all I'm going to play because I don't want to get shut down once again. I think we're still good, but Josie, I think that's going to hype up the marbles. Josie, which marble is on which track?
On this track, we have Team Steve. On this track, we have Team Zach.
So Team Zach on the right-hand side, Team Steve here on the left-hand side. A best-of-3 race. Josie, who is going to win? Give us a countdown, and let's go race.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Pretty much close. Pretty much anyone's race here. As I'm switching camera on the fly, we've got, looks like Team Zach actually is going to be in the lead, but they get stuck once again. The legend known for getting stuck. It happens again, folks. Now, I'm going to switch sides here. Let's make sure. We should have warmed this marble up. I thought the music would help, but looks like didn't do much. Now let's go ahead and try to run him through. He seems to hate this portion of the track. Josie, let's try switching him sides maybe. Feels like this marble. Let's get him some ice. He might need some ice. It's warm. Let's try this side of the track here. Looks like he's able to make it through that side, but who knows with the... All right, let's switch them tracks here, Josie. We might have to switch them tracks permanently for all 3 matchups. If Team Zach is able to make it through the other side of the course, that might have to be our go-to. All right, so we've got Team Zach there on the far side now. Team Zach over there. And real quick, I'm going to switch our overlay so you guys can see the whole track. Switching our overlay real quick. There we go. All right, so Team Zach on the left-hand side. Team Steve here on the right-hand side. We've got the bouncer versus 1 there. So, Josie, give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Team Steve out to a bit of a lead here at the beginning, but pretty much anyone's race at this point. We'll see if Team Zach, they actually do make a good turn there on the loop-de-loop, and they're going to enter the funnel first, and they get stuck again. It seems like this marble is just having trouble on the course no matter where we put them. I thought switching the tracks would help, but somehow Team Zach is big and chunky. It seems like they just cannot make it through our course. Let's try to give it a little bit of momentum here. I'm not sure how to fix this, folks. It seems like it doesn't want to go through this portion of the track, but I know it can make it through as it has before. There we go. That one's a little bit more successful. Keep trying. I'll try it one last time here. There we go. I made it through that go-around. All right, we're going to switch them back to their original placement. Team Zach causing a lot of difficulty today. You know, I have to say, because of that reason, I might have changed. I was rooting for Team Zach. I might have changed my rooting for Team Steve just because they seem to be causing our team a lot of problems. All right, so we've got Team Zach on the right-hand side. Hopefully they can make it to the track. Team Steve on the left-hand side. Josie, I'm going to do the countdown this time. 3, 2, 1, go. Marbles are off here. Team Zach out to a lead a little bit here. We'll see if they're able to hold on. They just seem to get stuck so many times. It's hard to put much faith into them. And it looks like in the funnel, and they do get through the funnel. Team Steve going to have to make a comeback in the funnel as he enters second. Team Zach actually making a turn for the funnel. But Team Steve going to have to use that bully ball. He hasn't used it yet. Looks like Team Zach is going to emerge victorious. And wow, Team Steve really needed to make a move there. But when it came down to it, they were just unable to do so. Team Zach takes the first one. Yeah, go ahead and try switching them tracks here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is a straight here, Josie. And let's make sure this marble can get through the back portion of the track. It looks like one time we had success, 2 times. All right, if it can get through 2 times, 3rd time's the charm. So this, all the money on the line. Steve needs a win here. Josie, go ahead and give us a countdown. Let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Now, Team Steve is out to a bit of a lead here at the beginning. In fact, about a whole track length lead. We'll see if they're able to hold on here in the back stretch. It looks like they're going to enter the funnel first. And Team Zach is able to make it through the funnel. Not too big this go around, but Team Steve going to have to make a move toward that middle portion of the funnel there. It looks like they've got the inside turn, but Team Zach is making a move. And Team Steve is going to have to hold on, and they do. But, man, I thought they were going to make it come back there just for a second. Close, very close race. And Team Steve evens the series to 1-1. Steve was able to come up big against Trent. We'll see if he's able to do it again, Josie. So which marbles on which track? We switch them back to their original tracks. We've got Team Zach and Team Steve. Team Zach on the right, Team Steve on the left. Josie, give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Team Steve out to a bit of an early lead. Team Zach usually able to make a comeback, though, in the back portion of the track here. And looks like they do. It's pretty much neck and neck here. And both are going to end at the same time. Team Zach's actually able to make it through this side of the track. And it looks like both are taking kind of a weird approach to this funnel. We'll see who gets the inside turn. Looks like Steve actually might edge him out. And Steve is going to take down one. Wow, the name does not ring true. Steve coming up big in the final game of the series to take down Zach. And down goes one. The bouncer bounces out. The champion, the person who thought they would be the champion, known as one. And another big race came down to the wire there. And so it looks like as we switch back on over to our bracket here for you folks. So Team Steve is going to move on out of that portion of the group. A well-coached marble. Not surprised to see them perform well when it comes down to the wire. And so Team Steve will be the next finalist for tomorrow. And he will play the next, we'll decide who will play next after he races for his seeding against the last finalist. So as we move on down to the last portion of the bracket, we've got Logan's marble versus Anna's marble. So Team Steve, I see him in the chat yelling bully ball in all caps. That's very true. He did do very well playing aggressive during that back portion of the stretch. And I will say, Josie, I'm not surprised to see Steve's marble well coached and taking some good strategy into that final stretch. I think you were rooting for Team Steve because you do know him a little better than Zach, and Zach's marble seemed to have trouble. Were you surprised to see Zach getting stuck once again?
I wasn't surprised because he just kept getting stuck, and I'm kind of glad he's out of there so we don't have any more technical difficulties.
That is true. He did get stuck a lot of times. We did give him a lot of chances. He was able to make it through. It's crazy how that marble is able to not make it through about 6 times in a row, but then make it through 3 races without any difficulties. I'm not sure the logic there on the marble's behalf, but maybe just the big stage got to him a little bit. That's all I can put my finger on. All right, so next up, Team Logan versus Team Anna. Show the marbles real quick. Now, I think I know if Grandpa Don is still tuning in, I think I know which marble he'll be rooting for because it is a Hawkeye color. That first marble that we're going to show you, Hawkeye colors, it is Team Anna. And then the other marble we do have is Team Logan here. So that one is going to be kind of a Florida colored marble. It's got marbles on the run here. So excited to get going. It is orange, white, and blue. So Josie, go ahead and get the track lined up here for everybody at home. Now, as we showed the bracket before, this portion of the tournament does have an extra race in it. So the winner of this will play the winner of Layton versus Stetson. So real quick here, we've got Team Logan here on the right-hand side and Team Anna here on the left-hand side. Now, Josie, their nicknames are the Tie-Dye Terminator over here. And then for Team Anna, we have the Eye of the Tiger. That is its name. So, Josie, give us a countdown and let's go race.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off, and it looks like the Tigers actually got a little bit of a lag behind the Tie-Dye Terminator there, and Tie-Dye Terminator is going to have a lead, but down the back stretch, they slow down a whole bunch, and both enter a relatively time, but I think the Tigers just got in a little bit sooner. And as they enter the funnel, it looks like the Tigers got the inside lane here, but Team Tie-Dye Fighter there is trying to make a move, but it could be anyone's race, and wow, Team Logan actually able to pull through. I thought that the Tiger was going to live to see another day. They've got one more race to prove themselves, but it's looking like it's on the ropes here, Josie. All right, so we've switched them traps. We've got switched them sides. Excuse me. We've got Team Ann on the right-hand side, Team Logan here on the left-hand side. Josie, give us the countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off, and it looks like Team Logan's got a bit of a lead here, about half track length there. And as they enter in the loop-de-loop, it looks like Team Logan's going to be able to maintain that lead, and they're fast on the back stretch. But both are able to enter right out at the same time. Team Logan with a little bit of head start over Team Anna. Now, Team Anna is actually taking a wide turn and gives Team Logan a big shoulder, but Team Logan with a comeback turn, and it looks like that could do it. Team Logan, what a turn there. They took the hit, and the bully ball unable to be successful. That's one of the first times we've seen the bully ball not work out for a team, because she actually hit him far to the side, made it look like he was going to lose, and then emerged victorious. And then emerged as the loser, as Team Logan was able to get the advantage. I apologize. I need a drink of water. My throat is getting dry. All this excitement, I can hardly contain it. Need to get some throat lozenges for tomorrow. And let's switch back on over to Josie. What did you think of that race there, Josie? A good performance there from Team Logan. That's one of those older marbles that you said, they're more experienced, they might do better. Is that what you think played a factor in that victory?
Well, I don't know, but I just feel like the ones with the little thing in the middle are a lot better than all the others.
Yeah, but she's talking about that wisp of color there, folks. Cooper's marble also had that in his, and he was able to emerge as one of our champions. So she might be right. There might be some logic to that, but who knows? There's a lot of marbles that don't have that as well. So you look at some of them and you say, that one might do well, but really once it gets in the funnel, it's anyone's game. So Josie, this is another matchup here down in the rivalry pool. Who is it?
It is Layton versus Stetson.
Yep, so Layton is actually known as Marble Jordan there. That's going to be a blue and yellow marble. Whereas Stetson, the Jolly Green Giant, you might have heard the name before. That one's going to be the green color, so pretty easy to tell the difference between these two. If you're watching at home, let's go ahead and switch on over to the marble cam. Another good matchup, though. I'm surprised. I was very impressed with the Jolly Green Giants performance, but once again, this is a replacement substitute marble here for Team Layton. So we'll see if the Cinderella story is able to come true. We've got Team Layton and Team Stetson over here. Marble Jordan versus the Jolly Green Giant. The undrafted free agent versus the Giant, the well-raced, well-seasoned veteran. Josie, give us a countdown and let's go race.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off, and it looks like Marble Jordan actually has a very fast start. As they enter the loop-de-loop, Marble Jordan going to have to hold on. It looks like they're going to have a little bit of a lead, but slow down the back stretch is going to hurt him a little bit. Marble Jordan able to enter first, but barely. Now, we'll see who gets the inside turn here on the final loop. It looks like Marble Jordan, Team Layton's going to have the inside turn. Can they hold on? It looks like Jolly Green Giant's trying to make a move. We'll see. It's basically anyone's race here, folks, as they go around and Jolly Green Giant edges him. Wow. I was not sure that was going to happen. I thought for a second Marble Jordan, the underdog story there, was going to emerge victorious, but the Jolly Green Giant gets the best of it, man. It's 1-0, folks. Jolly Green Giant for this next race on the right-hand side there. Team Marble Jordan, Team Layton on the left-hand side here. All right, Josie, give us a countdown. Let's go race.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. It looks like Marble Jordan out to an early lead again. Now, if they can hold on the back stretch, it seems like that's where they're struggling so far. Now, basically anyone's game here, but Marble Jordan with the better back stretch that time. And it looks like they're going to enter first, but a little bit of a collision. That could throw one of these marbles off. Marble Jordan able to give him the edge, but I don't know, folks. They're going in an odd pattern here, but it looks like Marble Jordan's going to have the inside lane, and Team Layton able to get the victory there. So a 1-1 series going to come down to the final game. This one's for all the marbles, folks. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm excited to see, though. Well, we're switching them back to the original tracks. We've got Marble Jordan, Team Layton on the right-hand side, Team Stetson, the Jolly Green Giant on the left. Josie, give us a countdown. Let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, now these marbles are off once again. It looks like pretty much anyone's race. No major lead here, but looks like Marble Jordan actually going to have a little bit of a lead as they enter in the back stretch, and they're going to enter the funnel first. Jolly Green Giant's going to have to play some catch-up a little bit, but they do give a little bump, and it looks like that might play towards his advantage. He's got the inside turn here. Marble Jordan going to have to make something happen. Can he come up clutch? It's going to come down to the wire, folks. Marble Jordan versus Jolly Green Giant, and Marble Jordan falls. Unfortunate to see, folks. It looked like that Jolly Green Giant took a note from the Pistons book, played pretty physical there, gave him the edge on the inside boards there, and was able to get the turn as it got down to the wire, which means, folks, the Jolly Green Giant, Team Stetson, going to move on. Unfortunately for Layton, he does fall. And sad to see him go with that marble that has a bit of a comeback story there, since his first marble was disqualified by the commissioner. But next up, Josie, let's go ahead and flash the bracket one more time. We've got one more race to decide our last finalist here for you. So over to our bracket here. So looks like we've got Team Stetson versus Team Logan to wrap up our final finalist. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Our last finalist in that eighth position. So Josie, what did you think of that race? Or were you surprised to see the Jolly Green Giant take the win?
I was surprised to see the Jolly Green Giant take the win because I thought the Layton's marble was better.
That is true. He did have a higher pick. So this last race here, we're going to have the Jolly Green Giant versus Team Logan, the tie-dye Terminator. So let's go ahead, Josie, get them on their tracks. You can show the cameras real quick which one's which, but they just saw the Jolly Green Giant race, so they should know that one. Jolly Green Giant right there for you.
And the tie-dye Terminator.
Tie-dye Terminator there for you. So switch on over to our live feed of the marble cam here for everybody at home. Now this is going to be the last finalist, and then we've got a race between Steve and whichever marble wins this race to see who gets first out of this pool. All right, Josie, give us a countdown. We've got Jolly Green Giant over here, the tie-dye Terminator on the right-hand side. Give us a countdown. Let's go race.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the marbles are off. Tie-dye Terminator with a really fast start, but it looks like he falls off the track, and somehow he takes a fall in the middle of the course, Josie. What was that about? It seems like he slipped through the tracks at some point. And folks, that is a first here on Marble Madness. He didn't get stuck, but he flew through a portion of the track. And man, we've been talking about big marbles and maybe the size that helps, but that one, he's so small he slipped through the tracks. So maybe size isn't as much of an advantage as we thought, but we'll see. He needs to hold on to finish this series. All right, so same tracks, Green Giant here, the tie-dye Terminator on the right-hand side. Josie, count down and let him go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, once again, they're off. Jolly Green Giant with a bit of a lead, but it still could be anyone's race. It looks like the tie-dye Terminator makes a comeback. Team Logan going to be in first. The Jolly Green Giant with a really slow turner on the corner there, and it looks like anyone's race, but the tie-dye Terminator is going to enter first. Now, if the Jolly Green Giant wants to win, they're going to have to make a move. It looks like Team Logan's got a pretty commanding lead here, and it looks like they give Jolly Green Giant a shoulder, and wow, Jolly Green Giant falls in a race that looked close for a second, but really Jolly Green Giant needs to make something happen to make some adjustments here as we go into this final race. All right, Josie, go ahead and give us a countdown and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, they're off once again, folks, and it looks like Jolly Green Giant has a little bit of a lead, but it still could be anyone's race. They're going to maintain that lead through the loop-de-loop, but the backstretch, they slow down a little bit, and the Tie-Dye Terminator actually going to enter the funnel first, the Ring of Fire. They've got the inside lane. The Jolly Green Giant gets a big hit there. They're taking wide loops, something that hasn't worked out well before, and it's not going to work out well. Team Logan, the Tie-Dye Terminator, takes down the Jolly Green Giant, and we're sad to see him go. He's one of my favorite green marbles there, and the Jolly Green Giant goes down to Team Logan. Now for our last matchup of the day, Josie, we've got Team Steve versus Team Logan to decide the seeding in our final portion of the bracket. So let's switch on over to the bracket. We've got Team Steve versus Team Logan, so that's down here in the bottom portion. Steve was our 4th finalist, and Team Logan is our 8th finalist. So whichever one wins will actually face Team Janae, and the number 2 seed is going to face Team Alex. So whichever one emerges victorious here, that one's going to face Janae, and the loser there is going to face Team Alex. So Josie, go ahead and get these marbles lined up as I switch back on over to our marble camera. So Team Steve, once again, that dark marble, that's going to be how you're going to be able to tell here. Team Steve, the dark marble, is on this left-hand side, also known as the bouncer, the funnel bouncer, whereas Team Logan, the Tie-Dye Terminator, they're on the right-hand side. Josie, give us a countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, once again, folks, both these marbles have already qualified. This is just for seeding purposes, but it looks like Team Steve is a little bit behind. They're going to need a fast backstretch to pull back ahead. Team Steve actually going to catch up in the backstretch, and what a final stretch there from Team Steve. Now he's going to have to make a move to that hole. He's known for that bully ball and gives Team Logan a big shoulder, but we'll see. This could be anyone's race. The bully ball might not pay off. It's going round and round, and a tie, folks! You saw it here first. A tie in the seeding matchup. Wow, unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. We're going to have to run it back. I've told you earlier, this is the second time this has happened ever on Marble Madness, and the first time was in a practice run. So this is the first time that we've seen this happen, and what an incredible finish there. As you saw, the two marbles literally could not get past one another in that final portion of the funnel, which means they're going to have to race again to see which one. And once again, both have already qualified. This is just to determine seeding, but still an exciting race. All right, Josie, countdown, and let's go racing.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and they're off once again. Now we'll see if they're able to, one of them's merge victorious. Team Steve had the lead, but kind of slows down on the loop-de-loop. That might hurt them. We'll see if they can have another strong backstretch, but really they're struggling to gain momentum. They're going to enter the funnel second. It's going to be a comeback story if Team Steve gets the win. We'll see who gets the edge. No bully ball this time, as it looks like they're both on opposite sides of the track. It's going to come down to who can take the funnel faster, and once again, could be anyone's race, but no. Team Logan able to take the win, and Team Steve is going to fall as the number 2 seed, so they still advance, but Team Steve, and wow, what a matchup there. Those two were so evenly matched. I really didn't know who was going to pull it out. They tied on the first go around. So let's pull up our bracket real quick so everyone can see. So that means, I wish I could update this live, but here, let me actually switch on over. We've got a written version that I can pull up for everybody here. As I switch back on over to our other camera here, we've got the written version here. So with Team Steve emerging as the number 2 seed, it means he's going to take on Alec in the next round. And Team Logan entering as the 1 seed out of that rivalry pool, he's going to face Janae. Whereas back up to Cooper, Team Cooper is going to face Team Sarah, and Team Keith is going to face Team K, and that is going to be how tomorrow works for those matchups. Josie, another solid race today, another solid day of racing. Neither you and I were in it. Both our parents went down. That means representing our family here in Kansas City, the only team that's left is Team Janae. Who are you rooting for now that I just named those last 8 teams? We've got Cooper, Keith, Kay, Sarah, Steve, Janae, Alec, all those teams. Logan, who are you rooting for out of that group of participants?
I'm rooting for Team Janae and Team Sarah and is Team Keith and Team Keith because I picked that marble.
She did pick Team Keith's marble. I will say, Josie, I'm kind of rooting for Team Steve. I like to see that aggressive play. Oh, Josie wants to add Team Steve as well. I kind of like that aggressive play. I think Team K also is kind of a dark horse. Kind of a dark horse in that final stretch. I think those two could do well, but it's hard to talk bad about Team Sarah with the number 1 overall pick. And Team Janae also had a good day yesterday, so I think all your choices are pretty solid. I like Team Cooper, as I said before. I'm rooting for the underdog a little bit, so I think that one might pull it out. And Alec is the only one representing the Florida crew, so we'll see if that Florida crew made some wise selections. His did look very fast on film yesterday, Josie. So before we sign off for the rest of the day, I want to say thank you to everybody tuning in. Is there anything else you'd like to add to everyone that's watching at home? Any thoughts about today? Are you excited for tomorrow? What are you thinking?
Let's go racing.
There's Josie's commentary. Thank you, everybody, once again. I apologize about the switch of our streaming websites here. So, but I thank you for bearing with us. I'm going to try tomorrow to go live on Twitch again. Hopefully I can, with a little extra time, I can figure out maybe why we're having problems. But just look out for us in the chat and whatnot, and I'll try to update you guys as best I can. We love you all. Hope everybody is staying safe. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's a bit silly, but we have a lot of fun with it since it's really the only sport that's going on right now. So we love you all. And make sure you stay safe as best you can. And thanks again for everybody for being a good sport and participating. Love you all.